Nimley, how many carries is Milam going to have in this game? I think he's got to be almost close to the 15 to 17 carry mark.
12
Is it
carries.
12?
67 yards on 12 carries. Been outstanding. And he's only 160 pounds, so he's taking a little bit of punishment there. 2nd and 4 West at midfield. Milam, he's going to keep it over the right side. Gets to the edge, but he's going to be short of the first down. Sean Brown on the tackle along with Will Zillig, and it'll be 3rd and 1.
If I'm a Muscatine defender, though, he's loose with the ball. I might try to attack that, kind of carried it outside away from his body. I don't care how big, how strong, how big your hands are. You carry it out there, you have a good chance of fumbling.
3rd down, a little less than a yard for West at the Muskie 47. Milam keeps it over the left side, spins towards the first down. Broders hit him in the backfield, but he spun out of it and gets to the 45, a gain of 2, 1st down, Davenport West.
Yeah, nice play on that blitz there from Broders. Just was not able to wrap up and get him to the ground.
Clock ticking at 5:35 here in the second quarter. 7-6 Falcons over the Muskies. 1st and 10 on the Muskie 45. Westerfield to the right, Houston to the left.
West just controlling the time of possession here.
Milam option left. Down he goes. Broders gets him this time and throws him for a big loss. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to spot it at about the 48, only a 3-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 13.
It's pretty remarkable that that's where that spot ended up.
Must be where they stop forward progress, Joel?
Yep, and he kind of launched the ball out, but
yeah, he landed on like the other 48 on his own side.
Well, if he landed on his feet and kept going, they're going to let him. Whatever. It's
Twins right.
That's why I'm up here.
Questionable call from Croshour. Milam throws, got a man. Westerfield complete and out of bounds. Really nice pitch and catch from Milam to Westerfield, out of bounds on the Muskie 30. Going to call that a gain of 18. 1st down for the Falcons.
Westerfield's been impressive with his route running. He's had several very crisp routes, and Milam just getting it to him in time. And that's such a hard thing to do as a quarterback. And Milam right now in control of this game.
I know from basketball he's a terrific athlete, and he is certainly a terrific football player. Motion man is Karstens. He shifts left to the tight end. They give to Cameron Carter up the gut. Not much room there. No gain on the play. Jonah Cook in the middle of that one again. Nice to see Jonah back. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 30.
Yeah, right now the chess game is going. You know, we've got some of this inside zone speed option going on from West, and then they come back and throw the ball. Really impressed with the offensive game plan from the Falcons tonight.
2nd down and 10, Falcons. 3 tights on the field. They give it to Carter. He stutter steps, loses balance, goes down. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Really nice job from TD there to plug up that middle and make the play.
Interior of the Muskie defense led by TD, and they threw him for a short loss on the play. We'll call it a loss of 1. It'll be 3rd and 11 for the Muskie 31. And this is the pace. West controlling the pace of this one. 3.5 minutes left in the first half. Muskies with less than 100 yards of total offense here in the first half so far.
And it's still just a 1-point game. I mean, both defensive have rallied.
And now we've got a timeout. Davenport West, 3:23 to go in the first half. 7-6 Falcons. We're stepping away for 30. You're listening to Muskie Football on KWPC 860.
Community Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of area high school athletics and activities. You can find Community Bank and Trust locations in Columbus Junction, Muscatine, Wilton, and Wapello. Here's to a great year in the classroom and on the field. Visit Community Bank and Trust online at www.commbk.net and download the free Community Bank and Trust mobile app available for iPhone and Android devices. At Community Bank and Trust, they put people first. Member FDIC.
Equal housing lender.
Back at Brady Street Stadium, Brian Musell, Joel Crossour sitting high atop Brady Street Stadium in the Uptown Motors broadcast booth. Stay tuned at halftime for the Pete's Tap halftime show. What a better, we can't really partake in what Pete's Tap offers at halftime.
Right.
But we can talk about it.
And we have to work tomorrow, too, so
We're
we
gonna,
can't even
exactly.
go home to do it.
We have Coach Mike Truitt, the head sophomore football coach, along with his assistant, Ben Nitzel, joining us at the half to talk a little bit about the sophomores, a little bit about the first half of this one, and then we'll have the stat recap and be back for second half action. Milam back to pass on 3rd and 11. Going to take a shot to the end zone for Houston, and he overthrows him at the 1. Good coverage by Tovar, but that ball just went through his hands, and we'll see if West goes for this on 4th and 11.
Yeah, really good job from Tovar to get his head back around, get his hands in the passing lane. Again, Milam putting the ball really only where his man has a chance to catch it.
He's made very few, if any, mistakes tonight. Gibson on to punt, so they're playing field position in the 7-6 game, and their defense has played well.
Has Milam been the up back all night in the punt formation?
You know, that's a good point. I'm not sure, Joel. It would have been a good time for a fake maybe, huh? There's the kick going for the angle, and it's going to be out of bounds. We'll see where they spot this.
This is not a
That was a
touchback.
great kick, and it's going to be at the 3. What a punt, a 28-yarder out of bounds at the 3. A terrific punt by Adam Gibson for the Falcons.
Yeah, great coffin corner kick. You practice that every day. I don't know what his percentage has been, but that's one of the best punts I've seen in a while.
Going to spot it at the 4, so we'll credit him with the 27-yarder. Twins right, twins left for the Muskies as McDaniel checks in now. On first down from their own 4. 3:10 to play in the first half. Orr gives to Nimley. Tim cuts it up inside over the 5 and out near the 10. So a good gain on first down of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 Muskies.
Getting that breathing room, is really important as Muscatine trying to run their 2-minute, 3-minute offense here.
2nd and 4, same formation from their own 10. Muskies with 3 timeouts left. There's Orr keeping it over the left side, 10, 15. Carson cuts it up near the 20. Gain of 10, 1st and 10 Muskies. And that first down is sponsored by Muscatine Community College. And now we've got
looks like a Muscatine
timeout by the Muskies. 2:37 left in the half, 7-6 West. We're stepping away for 30. You listen to Muskie football on KWPC, 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
Do you know Joe Heyman's mom's name?
Could be as simple, or maybe something a little more complex, or maybe your just doesn't work. Whether it's a service call, remodel, or new construction, Kirk Butcher Plumbing brings you quality, friendly service with over 40 years of experience working for you. Kirk Butcher Plumbing is the area's leading plumber serving all of Muscatine County, offering you the best rates, so you not only get experience, you save money as well. And his fast, friendly service means you don't have to live with that for too long. Call Kirk Butcher today, 264-6105.
6 here in the first half. Twins on each side. Now Nimley shifts in front of Orr on first down. Carson gives to Nimley over the right side. Tim to the 20. Bounces it outside. West strings it out. And now Nimley cuts it back. And he's over near the 30. And he's going to get a first down. And that's a patented Tim Nimley run to the 31. A gain of 11. Never say die, Tim Nimley.
He's almost like a little pinball out there. He just keeps bouncing off of everything.
Just got a text. Ben Nitzel, under the weather, will not make it up at halftime. So it'll be Coach Truitt. Trips left for the Muskies on first down from their own 31. Another MCC first down for the Muskies. Clock ticking at 2:10. Carson back to pass. Sets, looks, going to take a shot. Now he double pumps, flips it out to Gay in the flat. Eli gets it out over the 35 and out of bounds at about the 37, a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Yeah, good job getting out of bounds there for Eli Gay. His natural tendencies, try to cut it back, make a spectacular play, but understanding where he is on the field and the clock situation, getting out of bounds.
It stops the clock with 1:56. McDaniel to the right along with Gay. Cooper Zeck and Zach Hardy left for the Muskies. 2nd and 4 from their 37. Orr back to pass. He gets it to Gay in the slot, and he's taken down. Boy, West swarming Gay didn't want to go down. He's a tough runner, but West had him, and the whistle blew. So there's going to be no gain, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 4.
I don't know why the referee signaled the clock to stop, and I don't know why.
Muskies called a timeout.
Okay.
Their 2nd timeout. Jake Mueller wants to talk about it. We're going to leave it right here. And Joel, big play here. Plenty of time. Muskies still with a timeout. Be 3rd down and 4 on their own 37-yard line with $1:49 to play in the half.
Yeah, because you got that timeout. You've got in the sideline, stopping the clock. You've got the opportunity where you could run the ball here. You're not locked into having to throw the ball and have an incompletion. Stop the clock without, having to have West have to use a timeout. Because if you see Muscatine come up short here on the ground, the clock's going to wind. I think we'll see West call a timeout to preserve as much time for their offense. So key situation here for the Muskies.
You can watch this replay immediately after the game on the voiceofmuscatine.com website. Go to that. Joel and I will give you all the action with a great film crew and the only live broadcast of Muskie Sports, KWPC 860 AM. And there's
a first down.
West jumps into the neutral zone. That'll give the Muskies 5 and a first down. Another 5-yard killer for the Falcons. These replays also all weekend long, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 10, 3, and 8 on Muscatine Power Water, Channel 9 or 709 on your HD package. Check it out. 1st and 10 now, Muskies after the penalty on their own 42. Nimley and Orr in the backfield, 2 receivers on each side. Carson back to pass, sets, flares it out. He's got a man. It's complete to Cooper Zek, and it looks like he'll have a first down into Falcon territory at the 48. He's right at the marker.
And he also got out of bounds.
Heads up play by the Muskie senior who caught 2 touchdown passes a week ago in the double overtime win against Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, that walk-off win for Cooper.
That's right. 1st and 10 on the West 48. Orr back to pass, steps into it. Now he looks, flares it out, got a man, complete the 45. It's Cooper Zek again. He's down to about the 43-yard line, stays in bounds. And a timeout as Jake Mueller burns his last timeout. With 1:32 left, 7-6 West. We're stepping away for 30. Listen to Muskie football on KWPC 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
Hi, this is Maxine Mendoza from the all-new Burrito Factory on Park Avenue in Muscatine.
Come see how they press their tortillas fresh to order. Pick your ingredients and watch them prepare your creation right before your eyes. Try their new wet burrito today. They pack it with tasty chicken, pork, or steak with fresh salsa and guacamole, wrap it together, and smother it with warm queso. It's a Burrito Factory favorite, made right before your eyes. Their ingredients are made fresh each day for you.
Come see the new Burrito Factory on Park Avenue in Muscatine. Like us on Facebook.
At Brady Street Stadium, Brian Musell, Joel Crossauer, and a cast of many doing the filming here tonight from Brady Street Stadium. 1:34 left in the half, and the Muskies trail Davenport West 7-6. They have 2nd down, and we'll call it 5 from the West 43-yard line.
And that timeout, you're starting to talk, clock strategy, get a first down in bounds. Figure out a way, if you pay attention, see if you need to clock it, spike the ball to stop it, and that's about 40 seconds from now you're talking about that.
Orr gives to Nimley, left side 40. Tim cuts it outside 35 and pushed out of bounds on the play. It's going to be a first down, but that stops the clock at the 33-yard line of West. I see that Muskies on the scoreboard says 1 timeout. I swear they've used them all, but maybe not. Am I wrong, guys? They still have 1 left?
Yeah, I've got him just using 3.
The judges say 4-zip, they're out, but we'll see. Or back to pass, shoots it over to Gay. He catches it inside of the 30 and down to the 26. Eli Gay on a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2 Muskies from the West, 26-yard line. Muskies looking to cash in before the half. They had a huge touchdown at the end of the first half against Central that really propelled them that night. Or back to pass, sets. Swings it out to Nimley. And he's hit hard. And he has dropped hard to the turf. Malik Westerfield has been a man on a mission tonight. And, boy, he laid the wood
and
to
Tim
Nimley.
Tim popped right back up, though. Good hit, clean hit. And Muscatine just keeps trying to get a first down.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 3 from the 27, 3rd and 3. Back to pass Orr. Sets. He's got time. Rolls to his right. Throws. Got a man. It's complete. Eli Gay. And he's out of bounds. His safety valve at the 17-yard line. A gain of 11. First down, Muskies.
And they're going to wind this after they set the sticks. He didn't quite get out of bounds, but he got the first down.
First National Bank red zone. Go see Sharon Hahn for all your real estate needs at First National Bank of Muscatine. Clock ticking at 30. There's Nimley over the right side, 15. And Tim down short of the 10 at the 11, and the clock is running.
They're going to clock it here.
Muskies are out of timeouts. And the clock is ticking at 20. Orr hustles up to the line. He gets a snap, and he clocks it with 14 seconds left. And it's 2nd down and 4 for the Muskies at the 12-yard line of Davenport West.
Now you're in this
take a shot to the end zone here,
Yeah,
Joel?
take a shot to the end zone, 3rd and 4. You're also in field goal range here, but you got a 6'5" target in Brady McDaniel on the outside. Look for maybe having a matchup out there.
McDaniel right, Gay slot left.
And they're shading some coverage to McDaniel's side, so you've got single coverage to the wide side of the field.
Hardy wide left. Orr back to pass. Flares it out to Nimley in the flat. He's at the 10. He's pushed out of bounds, short of the first down. So it'll be 4th down and about a yard. 8 seconds left, and the Muskies going to kick 3 here as Carson Bordy trots out. Missed an extra point after the Muskies' first touchdown with 4:54 to go in the first. So Bordy on from the right hash, and it's going to be a 25-yard field goal attempt.
Oh,
timeout West trying to ice the kicker.
Okay, and it actually benefits Muscatine because Zach Hardy didn't realize the field goal unit was on the field, and they had 12 guys on the field. But West, I don't know if they were confused, maybe thinking that was a trick play or something that he was lining up, and they burned a timeout. So fortuitous confusion there for
Fortuitous.
Muscatine.
I like that. Good word.
I told you, it's my
like
one
that.
Dennis Miller word of the day.
Yep.
We want to give a big shout out to.
I'd bring a dictionary and look up what it means, but I can't spell it. So
the
dictionary
root word is Latin forte, which is fortune.
Okay,
I made that up. I don't even know if that's true or not.
Really deep into the Webster's playbook with that one. I don't even think that's a word.
Well, it is, but whatever.
4th and 1. 25-yard field goal. The West crowd has been a good crowd for the Falcons tonight. Carson Bordy on for the kick. Good snap, good hold, and the kick by Bordy. And it is good. Carson Bordy from 25. And the Muskies go on top, 9-7 with 3 seconds left here in the first half.
Want to give a big shout out to Joe Heyman, our friend in Central Iowa, who's back listening to the game with his mother Mary. They are faithful listeners to Muskie football and all sports on KWPC, and obviously we're thinking a lot about you guys. Thank you for listening, and not just this season, but many seasons and supporting the Muskies for decades. So thank you very much, Mary and Joe Heyman, for your support of the community and Muscatine.
Joe's a man, no doubt about it. He was back, I believe he was back in town playing in the little golf outing that the class of 81 has on Labor Day weekend. Splinter and Mike Morgan and crew and those guys put together a nice event to raise some money, and I think Joe comes back for that. I've never played in it. I should, but I preface that. I've been asked, and I want to play, but Labor Day weekend's always meant for my mom.
Yeah.
Her birthday's always Labor Day weekend, so I spend it in Dubuque, so that's why I'm not on the golf course.
I'm in the Muscatine class of 81, as in the birth class of 81, so that I don't think they'd let me play.
There's 2 Jeff Millers in that class, so one's Splinter and one's
Right.
Jeff Miller. The famed Jeff Miller, the insurance guy, of course, right?
Yeah, we should have a feature that we could have sponsored. It's like yearbook trivia. We pull out an old 80s yearbook and see if a listener can text in the win.
Best bands ever were from the 80s. Don't ever forget that.
Yeah. Oingo Boingo?
No. And there's Bordy on the approach, and it's a squib kick, and it's going to be picked up by Houston at about the 19. He's over the right side, over the 25 to the 30 and down. And we've played a half, folks. The Muskies 9, the Davenport West Falcons 7. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. and we'll be back with a Pete's Tap halftime show. You're listening to Muskie Football on KWPC 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
Protect your home with Bosch Pest Control. Bed bugs, Asian beetles, spiders, fleas, crickets, termites, moles, and more. Bosch Pest Control uses cutting-edge technology to protect your home from these annoying pests. Bosch Pest Control is always training their technicians, so they'll be able to provide you with the best service and protection. Bosch Pest Control, across from Harper's on Grandview Avenue, South Muscatine. Don't squash them, Bosch them.
Marcus Mills here from Trucks Unlimited in Muscatine. We've got tons of truck and trailer parts that every do-it-yourselfer needs. If we don't have it, we can special order it. Nothing is too big or too small for our customers. If you don't know exactly what you're looking for, just stop in or call us, and we can help find the correct part, and we will even replace it for you. At Trucks Unlimited, we save you time and money by being local. Stop by and see what we have to offer. Trucks Unlimited is a proud supporter of Muskie football. Go Muskies!
Visit Harper Cycling and Fitness, where you will discover the world's best bikes for road, mountain climbing, or city cycling. Stop in and ride away on a new Trek or electric bicycle, professionally assembled and adjusted for you riding around town or across the state. Harper Cycling and Fitness has an agenda to make the world a happier, healthier place by getting more people on bikes more often. Harper Cycling and Fitness in Muscatine is your bicycle headquarters. When you think bikes, think Harper's. Harper Cycling and Fitness is a proud supporter of Muskie football. Go Muskies!
What Friday? Thursday is coming for you. You've been the best day of the week for far too long. But now every Thursday, Buffalo Wild Wings sells boneless wings at a discounted price. That's right, Friday. Thursday's looking real confident. And it's not afraid to use partial priced wings to be the big man on the calendar. Boneless Thursdays. We do it for you. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Prices and participation vary. See participating locations for details. Void where prohibited.
3 seconds to go in the first half to give the Muskies the lead. I'm joined here at the half by Muskie head sophomore football coach Mike Truitt, whose team won 48-7 and improved their record to 3-0 on the season. And Coach, great job. Your kids continue to play hard and execute. And boy, they jumped on them early and often tonight and really exposed West a little bit. And, you know, did what you want, though. They took the battle to them early and then played hard throughout.
Yeah, we wanted, that was our goal, to come out and start fast, keep the gas pedal down, and biggest thing was just to get better all night long, not to try to play to the level of the competition, but for us to get better as a team.
And you did that at Xander Morgan and Draves. You got a couple of kids there that have rotated at quarterback this year, played well. You got a luxury there with a couple of kids that can really run the offense.
Yeah, and it's nice is that, like, this week Xander was the starting quarterback, and so Draves was able to play all the wide receiver positions, and then we can switch next week, and Xander will go play receiver, and Jake will be the quarterback.
It seems like a real good problem, which it isn't a problem. It's really nice to have, and those two young men have got a bright future beyond the sophomore level. Mentor Cooper, nice back for you. Seems to carry a lot of the workload. And, you know, people see Eli and Tim Nimley and these guys at the varsity level. You got a heck of a back at the sophomore level, too.
Yeah, actually two of them, Diego Rangel and Mentor, rotate every series, and we don't fall off an inch at either one of them in there. And it's a good competition between those guys to battle to, you know, to stay in.
And I'm glad you mentioned Diego. He had a great run for a touchdown, I believe, in the second quarter over the right side.
Yep.
Don't have the exact yard, 40, 50-yard run, a good run, and showed not only some elusiveness but some speed to get down the sideline and score. But, you know, you really have a nice stable of athletes that are going to help down the road. A couple guys I'd like you to mention, if you can, your offensive linemen. I haven't really mentioned some of those guys, but why don't you mention some of the guys in the trenches on both sides that I've watched do a really nice job for you. But, you know, pick out a couple guys that have played well for you all year.
Yeah, we got Caden Roberts is at the right tackle on offense, and then he plays right end on the defensive line. So he's one of the few guys that goes both ways, does an excellent job. You got Andy Vargas at the other left tackle, does a good job. Cruz Schliessman at the center. One thing, when you're shotgun every single play, you know, there's a lot of pressure on that center to get that ball back there every time and block backside.
Right. Yep. Know Crew well. He's one of my neighbors. Great kid, and no doubt about it. Want to mention Pete's Tap tonight and all season long is our halftime sponsor, and near and dear to all our hearts, Pete's Tap. Thank you for the sponsorship. Muskies' schedule ramps up a little next week, and I know you probably haven't looked at all, but you got a 4A Power coming to town next week in Johnston, a top 5 team, varsity level. So it really should be a nice challenge for your kids. As we've talked about before, 3-0 this year, undefeated a year ago. And I think collectively with their pride, they know they got to ramp it up next week. Yeah,
that was definitely the post-game conversation, was that we had to get better tonight, not be complacent with, okay, we're up by 40 points. Because next week, this is probably going to be the toughest game that these guys have had in their high school career.
Right, and that's good for them.
Yes, it's definitely.
It gives you an idea where you're at. You have a pretty good feeling where you're at, but it's really good. It only raises the bar for if you're not there where you need to be, and you're never there at the sophomore level. Don't get me wrong, but you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
You want these kids to have somebody be able to look them in the eye and really challenge them and see what happens.
Yeah, and this is obviously a short week. We had a holiday on Monday, and then come in Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we're playing on Thursday. So it'll be nice we really have to dial in next week and have 4 days of good practice. And I told them after the game, those guys aren't going to drive 3.5 hours over here and lay down because we're 3-0.
Not at all. First half action here tonight. Muskies, I tell you, I've been impressed with West. They came out tonight, controlled really the pace of the first half, had the big kick return to start. They ran their offense while they continued to shoot themselves in the foot with these little 5-yard penalties.
Yes.
Fortunately for us, but the Muskies got that key big drive at the end of the half as it started on their own 4, drove it all the way to the 8 in 3 minutes, and got the field goal to go ahead. What's the message Jake sent to his team at halftime?
Hey, I'm sure that he's talking to the offensive line big time about getting off the ball and getting to their blocks and staying on them. Definitely is something that him and I have been talking about on the headset the whole first half is about those offensive linemen.
West has a couple of big 300-pounders in the middle, and this is by far the best I've seen anybody defend Nimley thus far this season. They've done a good job of hitting them a little bit in the backfield, slowing them up, and then swarming to the football. So the first 2 weeks, Tim was bouncing off that, but I got to give West credit on the interior. They're doing a nice job.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that but the looks of it to us is they've got somebody that goes everywhere that he goes,
right.
and obviously that's what they're not going to. They have determined that they're not going to let him beat them.
And it looked like as the half went on, defensively, we made some adjustments to account for Milam, who started tonight. I know you guys prepared for Trevino, found out just before game time he wasn't going to play. But Jacob Milam's done a nice job running the offense for West.
Very, very good job. And number 2 is a great athlete, and so is number 1, and they're all over the field and offensively and defensively. So they West is prepared well tonight, and I'm sure too that he's talking to Carson Orr about his reads and stuff like that, making sure that he's doing his job as well.
Yeah, Westerfield, number 2, is a terrific athlete.
Yeah.
Saw him in basketball this past year and didn't know he was this good on the football field, but he's been dynamic in the first half.
He's good on the track too in the spring, so we knew he had the quickness.
Coach Mike Truitt, a sophomore head coach, his kids won 48-7 to go 3-0. You can check those guys out. Next Friday at home as Johnston rolls into town. That's right, Johnston. I'm sure it's probably the first ever meeting between Muscatine and Johnston in football. So get out early and support what should be a great sophomore game before the varsity contest. Coach, as always, thank you for joining me at the half.
Yeah, thanks, Brian, for having me on.
Best of luck next week.
Thank you.
Mike Truitt, everybody. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout on the Pete's Halftime Show. Pete's Tap. You're listening to Muskie Football on KWPC 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
National Bank is proud to sponsor the On the Money program at Muscatine High School. When the volleyball, swim, basketball, and baseball teams score big, they earn money for the Muskie Boosters. Since 1997, their hard work has earned over $55,000 in donations from First National Bank. We are also proud to sponsor the Muskie Football Red Zone. Can't make it to the game? Don't miss a minute of the excitement. Tune into AM 860 or FM 95.1 to hear the games broadcast live. Go Muskies, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Need something fast? Come to Westside Store and grab a hot, fresh Godfather's Pizza. They're made with the freshest ingredients, 100% real meats, cheeses, and fresh vegetables. The Muskies and Godfather's Pizza, a winning combination. Call 263-7214 now to order yours tonight, or stop by the Westside Store on the corner of Cedar and Hauser.
Hi, this is Brian Musell, voice of the Muscatine Muskies. Before each broadcast, I get a hot, fresh Godfather's Pizza from Westside Store, proud supporter of Muscatine Muskie Athletics.
When my hair gets too long, I lose my edge. But when my cut's right, I'm right. I'm back to being me. My dimples activate. My cleft chin becomes cleftier. I get a twinkle on my tooth, and I speak fluent French. Garbage, chaise lounge, mayonnaise. Au revoir!
Get in, get out, back to greatness. Download the online check-in app. Great clips. It's gonna be great.
CBI Bank and Trust is pleased to be a voice of Muscatine Sports Booster and proud to be the corporate sponsor of the Muskie Mania program. Since 1995, it has resulted in donations totaling over $100,000 from the bank to the school. The money is used to pay for special non-budgeted needs. Watch the total grow on the CBI's Facebook page. And go Muskies. Aim high, bank strong. CBI Bank and Trust. Equal Opportunity Lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Brady Street Stadium. Joel Krausar. It's halftime of the Muscatine Muskies against Davenport West. Muscatine kicking a field goal with 3 seconds to go in the first half to take a 9-7 lead over the Davenport West Falcons. West leaders in rushing is Milam, their quarterback, 15 carries for 69 yards. He has a 5 for 11 passing for 82 yards. Now Westerfield has 2 catches for 47 yards, and Schaefer Houston 3 catches for 35 yards. Leading for the Muskies, rushing Tim Nimley, 10 carries for 49 yards. Passing Carson Orr, 13 for 18 with a touchdown pass and 124 yards, and also an interception. For receiving, Eli Gay, 7 catches for 99 yards. The Muscatine Muskies, again, leading Davenport West 9-7. Davenport West Marching Band just wrapping up their halftime show. It is your halftime show here on AM 860, FM 95.1. Big thank you to all of our sponsors, especially our halftime sponsor, brought to you by Pete's Tap. We're going to take a 2-minute break. You're listening to Muskie Sports on KWPC, AM 860, FM 95.1.
Hungry? Need something fast? Come to Westside Store and grab a hot, fresh Godfather's Pizza.
Classes start soon. Learn more at eicc.edu.
If your bathroom is dull and boring, stop by Rivo in Muscatine to view Kohler bathroom and kitchen products. Rivo's showroom will help you with ideas and work with you to create a custom design. Is your sink stopped up? How about a dripping faucet? Rivo's talented team is ready to handle your plumbing problems. Rivo is the area's leading plumber and is now available to customers on the Illinois side of the river. Rivo is family owned and dedicated. Enjoy personalized service located at 1010 East 9th across from Family Video in Muscatine. Like Rivo on Facebook for examples of their work.
Uptown Motors reminds you it's time to winterize your vehicle, and Uptown Service is here to help. We'll inspect your vehicle's tires, belts, hoses, and more for the weather ahead and recommend any work to be done, including engine tune-ups. With winter driving comes an increased risk of collision. Uptown Motors has you covered with our new body shop. We make a stressful experience less painful with free estimates, loaner cars, and expert body repair backed by 50 years experience. We welcome insurance work and may be able to help with your deductible. Uptown Motors Service and Body Shop, Muscatine, just in time for winter and just in case.
At Non-Emergency Transport, we serve as an extension to your family by providing prompt and comfortable transportation for the elderly, individuals in wheelchairs, medical patients, or anyone in need. Whether it's a doctor's appointment, hospital discharge, or even a family event, 24/7. Non-Emergency Transport services the Muscatine, Quad City, and Iowa City areas. Call 299-3513 today. Non-Emergency Transport, safe transport. That's our promise to you.
Thank you, Pete's Tap, for sponsoring our halftime show, and thanks to Muskie sophomore head coach Mike Truitt for joining us. Been a great first half. Brian Musell, Joe Crossauer. Tell you what, folks, we're going to step away for another 60 seconds as the teams are not yet on the field. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. You listen to Muskie football on KWPC, 860 AM at 95.1 FM.
CBI Bank and Trust is pleased to be a voice of Muscatine sports.
A little extended halftime action here.
Hello, this is Jimmy Greenhoff from Toyota Muscatine, and I would love the chance to earn your business.
We have a great selection of new and used cars. Now is the time.
If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, please come down, give us a shot. We'll help you out in any way we can.
Hi, my name is TJ Deere. I'm the general manager here at Toyota Muscatine. Our information is free, so give us an opportunity to earn your business.
Home is your most valuable asset. Protect it with a metal roof from Affordable Metal Manufacturing.
After a hailstorm, we had damage to our roof. We got a new steel roof from Affordable Metal. The service was excellent. The contractor put it on really fast, and my wife and I love that our new steel roof has added value to our home.
Call Affordable Metal Manufacturing in Muscatine at 563-264-8212 and ask about their standing seam roofing sale.
Sponsors for tonight and all season long covering Muskie football. Toyota of Muscatine, First National Bank, West Side Store and Godfather's Pizza, Great Clips, CBI Bank and Trust, Muscatine Community College, Rivo Incorporated, Uptown Motors, Quality Transport, Affordable Metals Manufacturing, Vision Center, Pete's Tap, Community Bank and Trust, Kirk Butcher Plumbing, The Burrito Factory, Bosch Pest Control, Trucks Unlimited, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Harper's Cycling. And a reminder, you can catch Muskie replays right after the game on the voiceofmuscatine.com. Joel and I doing play-by-play and great camera work by the KWPC camera crew who's here on site. And then on the weekends, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 10, 3, and 8 on Muscatine Power Waters, Channel 9 or 709 on your HD package. We are your home for Muskie Sports at KWPC 860 AM.
Just being able to have
all your live action.
Just being able to have it on demand like that after the game. You know, we that first week as we were driving home, or you were driving home, I was watching a little bit of it on my phone in the car. That's a little bit. It's amazing how this is all progressing, and what a great thing. You know, grandparents, family members who may live, you know, in the extended reach, they're able to listen to it live. Maybe a family member makes an outstanding play. They're able to quickly, right after the game, go find it and see what their young people and their family are doing.
You know, I believe, is it Cooper Hopkins that puts together the Facebook video?
Yeah, the Toyota of Muscatine highlight video.
Highlight video sponsored by the good people at Toyota Muscatine. Check that out if you haven't seen it. It really is a good little 3.5 minute clip that's really outstanding. And it's done, you know, these student athletes, you know, you parents, you grandparents, just people that are Muskie fans that show up and sit in the stands, you know, watch and support these guys. Remember to support these great sponsors who bring this possible to you, because without them, we wouldn't be sitting up here. You wouldn't be able to watch it. Muscatine is so blessed to have a radio station and a group of people that care enough about the student athletes to invest time and money into this product, and it's really a reflection on the community and the good people at the high school.
Yeah, I've got a high school classmate who actually, his kids go to West, was sending me a text message. They don't have any local coverage right now of this, so they're tuning into the Muscatine broadcast so that they can hear it. So it's not just the Muscatine folks. It is you know, the visiting team or the opposing team a lot of the time, because we are usually the only game in town bringing you live Muskie athletics.
And we are the hometown call. We admit that, but we do call the game fairly. I really, you know, we both try to be very, you know, we give West credit. They played an outstanding first half.
Yeah,
we're not a homer station. We want to put it that way.
Milam has come in, and we can talk about this. Milam has come in, was kind of an unexpected starter. Everyone was kind of planning on Trevino being the guy at quarterback, and he has just controlled the first half, and save for the 45 penalty yards that West has had. This is a completely different ball game, but for the third week in a row, Muscatine able to get some points on the board at the end of the half, and then they will piggyback and get the ball to start off the second half.
And I'm sure Coach Mueller's chomping at the bit to score early. Score first on this one. The Muskies receive the opening kick. They got Tak Portilla and Eli Gay both on their 5-yard line. And Gibson will kick off for West.
I can't say enough about Coach Mueller's clock management at the end of that first half. Used the timeout smartly, had everybody prepared to clock the ball, really finely executed 2-minute drill for the Muskies.
No question about it. That was a huge drive of 88 yards to get in field goal range. Gibson will kick. And this kick sponsored by Westside Store Godfather's Pizza. There's the kick, and it's going to go out of bounds, and that's the second kickoff out of bounds. So the Muskies will start 1st and 10 on their own 35.
Yeah, having spent some time in my coaching career as a special teams coordinator when I was up at Wilton, that was something that it's terrible because you're mad that it happened. The head coach is screaming at you through the headset, "Why did you kick it out of bounds?" And you're just completely helpless. And that's not the way you want to start off the second half if you're Davenport.
Did you ever
West.
throw a headset, Joel?
I never threw a headset.
You just grab it and yank it and toss it.
No, they're too expensive.
Yeah.
If you break that as an assistant coach, they make you pay for it.
Just curious.
I've
seen it done. I'm just
that's why I had my big play sheet and my roster sheets. I could throw that on the ground if I needed to. There's a great YouTube clip of James Morris taking a kickoff back for a touchdown and me spiking my play sheet on the ground as he's
I think James Morris did a few of those. There's Org. He flares it out on first down to Gay in the flat. Eli dodges a tackler and still dancing. He gets up to about the 40, a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Muskies. West did a nice job of stringing that out.
Yeah, but such great balance for Eli Gay, getting another 6 or 4 yards out of contact. I don't agree with that spot. It's the theme of the night. I'm having some issues with the
Vision
spots.
Center could come into play here with those questionable spots or calls.
I know it's new turf, but I don't think it's that curved. I think they should be able to see where that guy goes down.
Hardy left, 2nd and 5. Nimley gets over the left side. Tim.
Good tackle.
Couldn't quite break free. Very nice play that time. And it's number 56 for West. And that's Jake Mitchell.
Yeah, he's had a nice game. He's had several one-on-one opportunities, and he's been able to take Nimley down, which is something we haven't seen much of these first 2 games of the year.
3rd and 1 for the Muskies on their own 44. Opening drive of the third quarter, they lead 9-7. Twins right, or gives to Nimley, and he's swallowed up, but he dodges a tackler. Tim Nimley out near midfield. What a play by Malik Westerfield. Nimley made a great – Joel, there's 2 great athletes.
Yep.
Nimley did all he could to avoid the tackle in the backfield. Thought he had the edge. Westerfield came up, made a terrific play.
And that's a teachable moment that they'll be able to coach Tim up on film. He was making some plays. He kind of gets caught up in his ability, and instead he's just got to put that right foot in the ground and get the 2 yards you need for the touchdown.
He loses 1. It's 4th and 2, and the Muskies are going to punt. Bordy on. He gets a snap, steps into the kick. Westerfield deep. Bounces on the 23. He's going to let it roll. And the Muskies are going to down it right there just outside the 20. So a 32-yard punt by Carson Bordy, and West will take over first down on their own 21. Their first drive of the third quarter. 10-11 to play in the third. And the Muskies lead West 9-7.
Exactly what West wanted to do to start this second half. Get a 3-and-out. Get the ball back in their possession. It's at the 20-yard line. So good defensive series there for West.
Milam comes out at quarterback. He didn't start the first 2 weeks of the year. Did play last year. Alex Trevino was their starting quarterback. Not playing tonight. Twin backfield for West. Westerfield to the right. Milam pitches to Carter over the right side. He's got some room over the 30, and he's going to get a first down as Prince Wee takes him to the turf along with Tim Nimley, but a good run on first down. Out to the 35, a 14-yard run, first down Falcons.
Yeah, looked like some miscommunication on the assignment there for Muscatine. 2 guys going after the quarterback.
Good play call by West because Milam was carving him up a little bit in the run game, and the Muskies, you're right, Joel, made that adjustment. Carter with a nice 14-yard run there. First down for the Falcons on their own 35. Milam, option left. He's going to keep it. Zillig in pursuit along with Nimley, and they get him to the ground at the 40, a gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
And that's what you call a lead option, and it's deceptive because they actually led with the tight end and the slot receiver. He actually kicks out the ends. They're blocking the person who's got the quarterback. That's some old midline. That's some old school option game that they're executing out of the spread.
2nd and 5 Falcons, nose of the football just over their own 40. Houston comes in motion across formation. They give it to Carter. Cameron Carter cuts it up, and he's going to be just short of the first down to about the 44, just over the 43. So we'll call this 3rd and 1, just shy of the 44.
Now this is the situation where Muscatine's got to make some money. You got to get off the field in this situation. 3rd and short, you're on the plus side of the 50-yard line. You want to control the field position. This is the sort of down you got to get off the field.
There's a snap to Milam. He keeps it over the 45, over midfield, and still running into Muskie territory to the 46-yard line. There's a gain of 10 on 3rd and 1. It's 1st and 10 Falcons on the Muskie 46.
Milam, not the biggest guy on the stat sheet at 160 pounds, lowering his shoulder and carrying defenders on that.
5'8", 160, running hard. He keeps it again. 45 and tackled down at the 43. For the Muskies, it looks like Zillig and Tovar in the stop. 2nd and 7. Falcons on the Muskie 43-yard line. 8:28 and ticking here in the 3rd. The Muskies lead 9-7.
I really like the tempo the West is using right now. It's not breakneck, no huddle, but they're not wasting time.
Milam back to pass, going to take a shot. Now he throws out in a flat, and it's incomplete, intended for his tight end that time, Dalton Karstens. And it'll be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, really another finely thrown ball from Milam. He's impressed me tonight.
He was looking for Westerfield downfield, but Tovar didn't bite on a fake and was in good position. So he threw it underneath, incomplete. 3rd and 7 from the 43 of Muscatine. Twins left for the Falcons. Milam rushes on. He throws it over for Houston. It's caught on the edge. Incomplete out of bounds. Great effort. Houston thought he was in, but he was out of bounds, and West will punt this one.
Really good pressure from Tim Nimley on the blitz, getting in the face of the quarterback, forcing him to have to put a little extra air under it to get to the outside. I almost wonder, though, if that's one of those catches if you have instant replay like they do at the levels up above, if that doesn't. Yeah. It was on the far sideline, so I couldn't see exactly what he touched first, but it looks like he was dragging his toes.
Joel, 6'3", 180-pound junior, and, boy, he's going to be a handful next year, too. There's Gibson with the punt. And Tac Portilla takes it to 10, 15, 20, 25, and out near the 28. Good return by Tia. And the Muskies, good field position, first down on their own 28. 7:54 left in the 3rd, and they lead 9-7.
A nice return there for Tia. Both returners had their heels on the 10, and that ball was kicked right to the 10-yard line, and T got it with a head of steam, and he was able to get a nice return.
Tac Portilla, just a junior for the Muskies. Cooper Zeck and Zach Hardy to the left. Gay and Bordy to the right. First down Muskies. Nimley right behind Orr. Carson back to pass. Sets. Flares it to Gay in the slot. 30. Eli 35. 40. 45 and out near the 48. A gain of 20. First down Muskies.
Yeah, he's just such a good playmaker. The more you can get the ball into his hands in space, the better things seem to go for the purple and gold.
Muskies hurry to the line now. They've got trips left. Bordy wide right. Carson barks out the commands. Back to pass. Sets. Shoots it. He has Cooper Zeck into West territory. 45. Cooper down near the 40. Still carrying a man out of bounds. First down Muskies at the 39-yard line. Cooper Zeck didn't like the way he was body slammed there.
Yeah, and that was just two football players playing through. I know Cooper was frustrated, but he was fighting to get extra yards, and they just carried the play.
13-yard gain, 1st and 10 Muskies on the West 39. Cooper's exit competitor, we know that.
Love that hard run after the catch.
There's a low snap on the ground, and Orr takes a knee because he had to go down and get the fumbled snap. He's going to lose 5. It'll be 2nd and 15 from the 44.
Just a low snap there from the center.
Twins right for the Muskies is Gaze in the slot right. Hardy wide left on 2nd and 15. Carson gets a snap. Orr rolls to his right. Looks downfield, rushes on. He's going to keep it 40 and hit hard at the 40 of the 39. He gains about 5, and that'll bring up 3rd and 10. Boy, Carson took a shot there.
Good hard run there. Yeah, that's the second time that number 11, Carson's has really brought his shoulder pads.
3rd down 10 Muskies on the West 39-yard line. 6:25 and ticking here in the third. They lead the Falcons 9-7. Trips left for the Muskies. Orr gets a snap, back to pass. Sets, shoots it down over the middle for Zek. Overshoots him at the 28-yard line. Incomplete. It'll be 4th and 10.
And there's something that Coach Mueller on the far sideline did not agree with from a officiating standpoint. I don't know if he saw a hold or something there, but he's not usually that animated unless he really thinks he sees something.
4th and 10. Jake's lining up to go for this, unless it's a pooch punt. Orr's lined up deep enough. He's going to punt this.
Yeah.
As he's taking about an 8-yard drop. There's a snap to Carson. He's going to kick it. It's a low kick, but it's going to be effective inside the 5 and down. Let's see if they call it a touchback. He slid into the end zone, but his knees were down. So,
and in high school, it's where you touch it first. If you get the momentum carries you in, they don't. It's a dead ball the moment you touch it.
Carson Bordy with great hustle to down that at the 2-yard line. So Carson Orr with a great punt, 37 yards, no return.
And Bordy, the usual punter, padding the stats of the inside the 20 numbers for his
got a spot
contemporary.
At the 3, 36 yards at the 3. Great kick by Orr and a great cover play by Carson Bordy. 1st and 10 West on their own 3. 6:03 left here in the third, and the Muskies lead 9-7. They go Twins right on 1st down. Milam keeps it. The Muskies stack it up. Broders was in on the stop. And let's see who's in the bottom of that one. It looks like TD was also in on the stop. 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
This is a big series for the Muskie defense. If they can hold them to a 3-and-out, really great opportunity to have good field position for the offense.
2nd and 8 West on their own 5-yard line. But a great high school football game so far. Milam gets it. He's going to run to his left. He's over the 5. Muskies are there to get him down after a short gain once again. Nimley on the stop for the Muskies. He's out to the 7. Another gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 6 from the 7.
Yeah, good defensive play. The West offensive line tonight, in my opinion, has been outstanding. They're getting a good push up front, neutralizing the speed of Muscatine's defensive front.
Houston and Westerfield to the right. 3rd down and 6 from their own 7. Milam back to pass, sets. Going to take a shot downfield for Westerfield, and it's incomplete. Good recovery by Tegan Schmelzer, because if that ball was thrown out there, Westerfield's going to score. He got behind the defense, but Schmelzer recovered. Good defense by the Muskies.
Yeah, you talk about football speed, and Tegan has it. He found the ball, and he was able to close, and that's what you want out of your safeties.
Big 3rd down conversion for the Muskie defense. Gibson now stands deep in his own end zone to punt. The Muskies with Gay and Tak Portilla both near midfield.
I think they're going to kick it away from Gay here.
There's a high snap over his head.
Safety.
And it's a safety as the ball went over his head. And you always have to worry about a bad snap in that situation. And it happened, and the Muskies go on top 11-7.
And
you got a baseball score here, Joel.
Yeah, if it's if it's like the Angels and the, I don't even know. Baseball scores have gotten crazy these days. It's like the Brewers-Cubs game the other night. But Cubs fans are like yelling at me now because I brought that game up. But the big thing about these safeties and why coaches love them when you get them is because now you get the ball back. But it's the only time, and it's just amazing how you can get a couple points and give a chance to get right back down and get some more.
So Gibson couldn't handle the snap over his head, and the Muskies go on top 11-7 with 4:42 left here in the third.
Burrito Factory, home of the wet burrito on Park Avenue in Muscatine. You can get 2 points from a safety in the Muskie game, and you can get a couple of meats in your burrito at the Burrito Factory. That's the worst segue that I've ever attempted.
And you thought of that all on your own
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. Well done, Joel.
Gibson.
That's one where you're sitting there going, no, as it's coming out of your mouth.
Gibson will kick from his own 20. He has kicked 2 kickoffs out of bounds thus far. So, Joel, he kicks it out of bounds here after this. Where do they spot the football?
I believe it goes to
Does anybody know the answer to this?
Does it go to the 50?
If he kicks it out of bounds here, does it go to the 50, 15 yards from the previous?
Yeah.
Or
I think
it's a good question. I got him stumped. I got
50.
Koss and Riggs stumped, too. That's saying something.
I said the 50. That was my first gut.
He's kicked 2 out of bounds so far tonight. I'm not wishing this for him.
Well, I kind of am. Now I want to know the answer.
There's the kick, and it's a short kick, and it's Tak Portilla runs it down, picks it up at the 24, 30, outside Takpour up near the 38 where he's brought down, and the Muskies will start right there on their own 38-yard line. 4:36 to play in the third. They lead 11-7. You can watch this replay immediately following the game on the voiceofmuscatine.com. You can watch the game all weekend long, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 10, 3, and 8 on Muscatine Public Access, Channel 9 or 709 on your MPW HD package. Check this out.
And our broadcasts are brought to you from great sponsors like Bosch Pest Control. Don't squash them. Bosch them.
2-by-2 for the Muskies on first down. Orr gets a snap. Carson back to pass. In the flat, he's got Tak Portilla. He's at the 40. Fumble, and it looks like the Muskies jump back on. A good recovery by Xander Stolfus, the sophomore, with a heads-up play.
Yeah, West defender put his face mask right on the ball, popping it right out.
Gain of 1 after the fumble, 2nd and 9 from the 39. Trips right for the Muskies. Zach Hardy to the left. Orr back to pass, sets, shoots it out, got a man, it's Cooper Zach. He likes his tight end tonight out to the 46. Gain of 7, it'll be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, good sure-handed catch there from the senior. I'm still waiting for Zach Hardy to make a play here. I know he's got it in him.
3rd and 2 Muskies, their own 46. They go bunch to the left. Second H-back. They fake it to Nimley, flare it out to Gay. Eli midfield, 45. Oh, and a great open field tackle by number 80 on the play for West. And that's Peyton Heath. Or Gay might have been going to the house.
Yeah, really good blocks there from Hardy and Zach. I really like that formation with these 3 receivers. You have 3 eligible receivers all bunched together, but it opens your screen game up, really makes it a challenge for the matchups.
13-yard gain, first 10 and 10 from the 41. There's a pass. It's out to Gay in the flat. Back to the 45 and taken down. He's going to lose some yards that time. And a good tackle in the open field by Luke Woods Ford. And that's going to be a loss of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13 Muskies.
All right, so what we're
44.
What we're seeing with this swing passing game is that we're seeing how aggressive West's secondary is in coming up. Don't be surprised at some point throughout this season, or maybe even later on this game, you see somebody sneak back behind on a pump fake.
2nd and 13, Nimley in motion. Or back to pass, rolls to his left, flares it out, incomplete, intended for Zach. It'll be 3rd and 13.
Yeah, that would have been a big gain there to get some of the yardage back in that 3rd and 2nd and long situation. Now it forces a 3rd and long. And right now, both defenses kind of trading punches.
3rd and 13 Muskies on the West 44. 2:48 left Here in the third, the Muskies lead 11-7. Hardy to the left, Twins right for the Muskies. Orr fakes to Nimley. Now he shoots it down the middle. He's got Gay. 30, 25, 20, 15 down near the 10 as Westerfield got him to the ground. Almost a touchdown. They're going to spot it right at the 10-yard line. 34-yard pitching catch.